I need to unlock Side Story 3 to fully complete the game and the story. So that means I have to replay Act 1 and build the perfect poem for Natsuki. But also, I'm missing a ton of stuff, so I actually wrote down... This video might be long. I'm gonna try and make it shorter than the first time I played. Okay, so yeah, I have a bunch of things I have to get done to get 100% data collection, right? So, lock in, new game. Here we go, bro. The return of the GOAT. We already know who this is. Let's go ahead and preemptively drink water because her voice is about to molest my throat. Let's not use the word molest anymore. Okay. Fans off. Let's do this. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Locked in, I'm locked in. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! Ah! I overslept again! Is this even her voice anymore? But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but I only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Ah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me! That's me, LLoyd!
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine! But you did wait for me after all! I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to! Heaven to Betsy, how did I get through this the first time? Oh, good God. Okay, lock in.
Whatever you say, Sayori.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, LLoyd, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true! You told me you would join a club this year!
Did I?
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Spoiler warning! This play part, go watch the first one if you don't want spoilers. Even though this video hopefully will be shorter, I'm gonna try really hard. But, spoiler warning now. Probably at the beginning of the video, too. She's only happy when she's making other people happy. So that's why she's trying so hard. Which is, I mean, at this point, you know, you overlooked that, but, I mean, now I know. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET! Can you hear the struggle? I'm struggling. I am struggling. But it's gonna work, okay? You gotta believe. Gotta believe. I believe. Believe in me, and you will see that I am full of imagination. Okay, lock in, bro. In a few years, because you're not used to the real world! You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you!
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh, we're in school! The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
Clubs.
Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello!
Sayori!
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
The voice is already dying. Okay. Locking. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know.
Know what?
Well, then you could come to my club.
Sayori!
Yeah!
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President, which we saw in the side story. She said, "My interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less." That said, not she said.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please!
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh.
Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go! I'm locked in, bro. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Yeah, bud, okay. Okay, buddy. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oh, how I've missed this. The music is so tough, bro. Look at Sayori. Look at her! Okay. Everyone! The new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member.
I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Bro, I never realized how pink Natsuki... Cut. Let's move on from what I just said. Oh! LLoyd, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. What is he gonna say? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Bro, out looks like campgrounds down there, you know? Tents galore. Just stop. Just stop. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Whew. You can just ignore her when she gets moody! Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy! And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club! Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
Ed! It sounds like you already know Monica! Is that right? Who doesn't know Monica? That's right. It's great to see you again, LLoyd. Sort of a double meaning there, right? That is actually a very interesting thing, because I wonder if that's in when you play it the first time. If they say it like that, right? Because the implication is the character you're playing as, right? Because there's Monica, there's LLoyd, and then there's me. Monica looks past LLoyd into me, the player. So whoever's playing, Monica is seeing you. So it's Monica, LLoyd, me. So Monica is talking to me. And in that situation, she has seen me again because this is the second time I'm playing. So there's a little bit of a double meaning there. I mean, I wonder if it actually goes that deep, like on some Undertale stuff where if every time you restart the game, it saves all your progress, even though you can play the game again. In the form of characters remembering who you are. Let's go, bro. Monica smiles sweetly. You keep smiling at me, Monica. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little...
You too, Monica.
Come sit down, LLoyd! We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica! I'll get the cupcakes! Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? Yuri. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Oh, so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Heh, well, you know, just hurry and take one. Natsuki makes me sad, bro. Natsuki could be the saddest character. I mean, they're all sad characters. It's just like, it's so... I mean, good lord. Like, they're all so deep. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I'm not a daddy, soon daddy. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Bro, I'm actually curious if it bro. Made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe! But not for you, you know, you, dummy.
Alright.
I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Like the song?
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Oh, well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. You know what I'm saying. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
Lightheaded, I'm lightheaded.
You could put it that way.
Taking a sip of my tea. It's not tea, it's water, but...
Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, LLoyd, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well,
Excuse me. No acid reflux in this one, though. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga?
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
Anyway, about you, Yuri.
Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Game of Thrones. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once.
The Woods Behind My House. I wrote that. No one cares, bro. No one cares. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Buddy, I can relate to that, dude. I can relate to that.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, well, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart to me for a split second. Natsuki, bro. That's just... Never mind.
That's That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind in the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine. Ah, your cupcakes! Your poems! Everything you do is just as cute as you are!
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I cringed at that, bro. LLoyd, you gotta shut up, please. But you know what? It's like I missed, in the side stories, I missed his part, you know? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Good God, that's bad. Yuri, what are we doing, bro? You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Like Sayori.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
She doesn't like that. Look at her. Oh, she's so cute. That's weird. Grown woman. Let's not call them grown women, actually. I mean, I don't know how old these girls are. Move on. Just saying. If you're watching, you're a weirdo. A creep. Don't be a creep. Just shut up! Cut everything. Oh,
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
oh! I wanted to read everyone's poems! We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Nat and Yuri. Oh. I never thought to call her Nat. I've always said Natsuki. It could be Natsuki. Is it Natsuki? I've always said Natsuki. Nah, It would be Nat. It would be Nat. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it! Sayori, oh my gosh.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, LLoyd?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and,
I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. They do look pretty dejected.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
LLoyd...
Dude, that's actually so sad. I know what's gonna happen. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Good God. Ugh. LLoyd is definitely on Reddit. And let's leave it there. Right.
Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be mad.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
A little bit tongue-tied.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
LLoyd, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah.
Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. I'm sorry.
Hey, LLoyd, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
I would love to. I think I'm gonna throw up. Not because of the game, but because of myself. I don't know, bro. I've been feeling sick. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs.
Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Hi again, LLoyd. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, LLoyd. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment of you. Yeah. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps our manga collection in the club room.
Dang, bro. Yeah. Pipe down, chud. That's what I always say. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. LLoyd always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori.
That's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so,
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Okay, Yuri.
How come? You and LLoyd can become good friends too.
Maybe even more, Yuri.
No, I'm joking.
Sayori.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she puts me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really.
Don't be shy!
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Excuse me. What do I do?
Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation.
Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Why does LLoyd handle that situation better than any of the other characters? Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. What book? I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh my god. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri. Thank you! I'll definitely read this.
I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that all at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this?
Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it.
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Beep, 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 beep.
LLoyd done fell asleep. I find myself... I didn't read what it said. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Holy crap, bro! Back up! Scared the crap out of me. That just scared me. I'm a loser, dude. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out so loud.
I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. Okay, lock in.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best!
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day!
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret!
I knew it.
Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt!
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Huh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around you.
All around here.
Huh?
I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out.
Man, you really need to brush this.
My hair is just really hard to get right!
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either.
Is it not? How much straighter could you get a bow? Isn't it supposed to go down?
And there's the toothpaste stain on your collar right here.
I don't see the toothpaste stain. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that!
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you.
Good lord. LLoyd, you are a chud.
Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey! You meanie!
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Huh? That's super mean!
Sorry, but you'll thank me later.
I start to button her blazer from the bottom.
Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
Aww, I've missed this picture. It's so cute. Buddy, shut up. You're a grown man. Shut up!
This is so funny!
What is?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things!
How much taller is LLoyd than her? Good lord. Towering over her.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
LLoyd does the tsundere.
It's okay though! I'm happy we're like this! Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey! Be careful! The button might come off!
Why is this one so hard to close?
I struggle to fully close the button near her chest.
Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it!
Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again!
Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so,
Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy! Oh, it's not worth it at all!
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew! That's so much better!
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
what kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do these. Even let you do these things. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, let's just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
Yeah! I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are of taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell when you are sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share up the poems we wrote now?
Yay! LLoyd, I can't wait to read yours!
Yeah, same.
I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. I can feel my nose, bro. You're not supposed to feel your nose. Monica, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, hold on. I'm looking.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Okay, I don't know why that was so hard to read. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go... Okay, so we want to say Monica for last. Let's go to Natsuki first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. You like it? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay, it's the same one that it was the past couple times. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. See, that's like an actual poem. Like, when I think of a poem, I think of something like that. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
I actually do like that's a pretty good poem. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But is it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright. Let's go to Yuri. Yuri, do they all have pinkish hair? Yuri has purple hair. She's different. Also, she's tall. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's been that bad?
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people.
It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it will all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Oh, look at her, she's so happy. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Her theme is so sweet, but I like it. It's so calm. Ghost under the light. I'm not gonna do it like that. You know, maybe I will. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's nice. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief. Bro, LLoyd is a dog, bro. Out here I'm not using the R word, bro.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, LLoyd.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without nothing. Without nothing, with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go Sayori. Monica, I feel like you have to say Monica for last. Okay, let's go Sayori.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, LLoyd! I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
I wrote a perfect poem for you, Sayori. I did it for you.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez.
Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this.
Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a LLoyd poem. That makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest.
You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, LLoyd. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying to do things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Wow, their themes are so sweet, bro. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I like that one.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it wasn't a bad poem. That it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the poem. The best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Let me do a little drink of water. Okay. Woo! Alright, let's do this. Monica. Bro, I'm just like, Sayori and LLoyd's voice separately isn't awful. Together, it kills me.
Hi, LLoyd. Having a good time so far?
Was that her voice?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright. I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, LLoyd. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something that Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
You would, Monica. She literally told you.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to write about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha. Huh. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Oh, wow, that poem might actually, I might know what this means, right? She's looking past the game, like, she's looking out of the game, I'm looking into the game, and that's the hole.
Hi, Monica.
I shaved. You like it? Okay, bro.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
That was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
A bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Monica.
Phew.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange the sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki look angry. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Doesn't look sad. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and LLoyd did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And LLoyd liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. The music turned off. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that LLoyd appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You.
Is everyone okay?
And then, in Act 2, this gets, like, incredibly out of hand. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as LLoyd started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. LLoyd. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, LLoyd. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, LLoyd?
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Help me, Sayori!
Natsuki...
Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So I instead turned to Yuri.
Yuri...
But But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her.
Sayori!
Ah!
Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Water.
LLoyd!
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Bro, these two really don't like each other. It's weird because I feel like they do like each other, but they don't really like each other like at all.
Stop! Yatsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy.
Oh, she's crying. But my friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Because... well...
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori, you're way too... I mean, good lord, because there's never been a better character of all time than this, bro.
Sayori!
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
So,
Wrong voice.
So this is why Sayori is vice president.
I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
to be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me.
Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Literally.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun!
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
LLoyd, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
LLoyd, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Yeah!
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Oh, I love Sayori, bruh. She's funny.
Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki.
Water.
Did that kind of thing happen often?
No! No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise you're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew! You know, LLoyd, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun!
Sigh.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Oh, excuse me.
Okay!
Yeah, let's do this. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, LLoyd!
Yo, Sayori.
I don't know, him saying yo actually just kind of made me laugh a little bit, bro. Like,
Yo, Sayori, what's up, bro? Dap me up, cuz.
I'm sorry.
Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to being in a club. That's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it.
Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought the snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing.
Stop it.
You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell LLoyd to let me borrow some money!
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Bro, I would gladly give Sayori money, bro. Gladly. She got this game on her back, bro. Obviously, bro, every character's great, and I love this game, but Sayori is the GOAT of this game, bro. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. You...
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revelation.
Retribution.
That!
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But... You wouldn't have have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Oh my god, what the heck? I was expecting the sound effect. Poo-wap.
God! Oh! What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie.
Jeez, just eat it.
Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good!
Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue!
You cannot see this character and not find her hilarious, but... You're going through a lot over there, just at one cookie. Yeah, that made sense. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
And yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
Oh!
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away safely. To safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. That's how Yuri laughs. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me!
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's not true!
Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed!
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me.
Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
I would love to hear your piano sometime. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica!
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Monica, we know you'll play the piano for me, bro.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, LLoyd.
You definitely did not let me down with your piano, bro. Monica smiles sweetly.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really.
I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining it to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Is this new? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Oh. Is this new? In Act 1. In Act 2, I know we go to the closet with Natsuki and she has a moment. But I don't know if we do that in Act 1.
You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a whole bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I love this one manga. It's called I Got Married to the Girl I Hate Most in Class. That's LLoyd's favorite one. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands.
How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see.
There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel.
I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring.
Parfait Girls.
It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. I feel like normally you hear when something's like really terrible, you hear about it. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door.
Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was in the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, LLoyd. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box. It features four girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly like the restaurant? Moe's? Bro, Moe's Bacon Ranch Quesadilla. Get it. Next time you go to Moe's, delicious, bro. It's one of those things that like you eat and then you crave it. You know, like a week or two goes by and you're like, man, I really want a Moe's Bacon Ranch Quesadilla right now. And I don't even really like quesadillas, but that quesadilla is pretty good. And they have Moe's Ranch. It's like green, I think. I think it's green. I don't know, but it's really good also with it. So that's my suggestion.
What you snacking on? Moe's Bacon Ranch Quesadilla.
Alright, bro. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. I'm scared. I don't want to miss Sayori moments, but...
Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable?
I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me.
Sorry.
I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series? Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these. Oh, she's not. What am I doing? Lock in! I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove.
I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Isn't parfait like like something that you cook? Like a... I don't know, it's like something that goes with coffee, I think. I want a vanilla parfait. Is that a thing? Whatever. If it is, if vanilla parfait is a thing, on screen right now. On screen right now. Vanilla parfait. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as she does, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? I really find Natsuki's super interesting, bro, because, I don't know, it's just like they're all interesting, but I just find, like, Natsuki to be the most interesting. Well, not the most. Say Yuri and Monica are... But Natsuki's super interesting, too. I mean, I like Yuri, but Natsuki is just... I don't know. Like, I want to know more about Natsuki.
It doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, yeah, what if she was really into Chainsmoker Cat? Okay, can we just read? Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh my god! She's so cute! We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point.
Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. Why not Natsuki?
What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in?
Oh, she said that. Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Bro, Natsuki is so sad. Especially with the stuff with her dad, bro. It just makes me sad. You know, she's the only one that I have not seen die. That's a crown, trophy. The only one I have not witnessed die.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Dude, your dad is that messed up that he would do stuff to you because you have books in your room? Except Monica's was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah.
I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Sorry, I couldn't get it out, bro. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling that you get when when connecting with someone like that. Oh my gosh, I locked in and saved it. No, bro, shut up. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Are you...
Sorry, Monica.
Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, haha.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Oh my gosh, a whole foot?
Alright, guess I'll stop here for now.
I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright?
I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Bro. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Okay.
By tomorrow.
I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it?
Alright then.
I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. You know what? Let's go... Okay, so we want to save Monika's last, right? You gotta do Monika last. So Monika last, and we're gonna do Natsuki before Monika. So let's go over to Yuri. What's up, Yuri, big dog? Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday? Oh, good lord, this is gonna be so sad. Alright, so, when I was writing the poem, right, like, to perfect it for Natsuki, which I did, for Natsuki, I think that Natsuki and Yuri are, like, on the complete opposite sides of each other. And then Sayori is, like, in the middle. So if you don't perfect a poem for somebody, then it probably almost always gonna default to Sayori. But if you perfect it for Natsuki, then Yuri's not gonna like it. But if you perfect it for Yuri, then Natsuki's not gonna like it. But I think Sayori's always gonna be in the middle because she has like points for everything. Because it's like on a point system, it's like 3, 2, 1. Most of Natsuki's words are 1 point for Yuri, and then most of Yuri's are 1 point for Natsuki. So that's how that works. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you prefer her writing over mine.
That's not really true.
Meaning, when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no.
Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much.
How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside come out, and make people hate me. So, please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants. What? Oh, the poem reading? I was like, what the heck? But it's not fair to you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori.
Yuri.
Please, it makes it easier for me if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that that's how she is. If she wants to be left alone, then I have no choice but to abide to that request. Oh, we don't even get to read her poem. The goat, the goat, the goat, the goat. When she shows up, everyone listens, bruh. When she shows up, my throat screams for help. Okay.
Ow! I like this one, LLoyd. It has nice feelings in it.
I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better.
I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good.
Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it.
No! I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, LLoyd. Never ever!
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug. Make it happy, a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Oh, is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, LLoyd. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. Bottles! Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping, I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friend looked through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Wow, Sayori.
Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, that is the best poem ever, bro.
Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot! I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Oh, thanks! I feel like I was meant to express myself this way.
Excuse me.
It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic!
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die!
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, Natsuki, let's go, bro. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this?
Is that a compliment?
No, I mean, you know. Natsuki struggles to find the word she wants. I just expect expected a lot less after you showed what you showed me yesterday. That's all.
Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one.
Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No, I mean...
So that's how it is. My poem is cute.
No! Why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me. Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and... Doki Doki. Oh gosh, okay. It would only impress, you know, girls who like those kinds of things. For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your tastes, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course! It's about how everyone thinks my... Her what? Dude, I'm about to write just 4 perfect Natsuki poems just to figure out what she's like. Oh, man. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. I'm not gonna be able to see it. Unless, I mean, Yuri didn't show me hers, so I'm guessing she's not gonna show me hers. I mean, you know what I mean.
Hi again, LLoyd. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go.
I give my poem to Monica.
All right. I like it, LLoyd.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, jeez.
No. It's kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaninglessness. That's nice. Obvious, bro. That, I mean, it's because she's trapped in the game, bro. She's not trapped in the game because she is a character in the game. She's a conscious. Bro, I still don't know, bro.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Ha ha ha! I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Ha ha ha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway.
A conversation with the reader. I'm the reader. Whatever, bro. Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about?
You just told me to save the game, Monika. Am I stupid? How did I not? That is quite weird, bro.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Oh, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing? Monika?
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys!
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing our feelings! Being intimate with yourself! Finding new horizons! And having fun!
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Wow. This game is so beautiful.
Ba-da-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-da.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. She does look worried. Look at her. I guess that leaves me no choice.
I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica...
Oh god, my throat. Oh man. Okay. We lock in.
I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with.
Alright!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh.
Well, it literally is.
You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way! Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Haha, of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she has done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Oh, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden!
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
Excuse me. It's called Affirmage of a Crimson Eye. I don't know if I said that right. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? Get it done and over with, bro. That's a strategy. If you're loathing doing something, just get it done and over with. Get it done and over with, bro. Instead of holding it in, get it done and over with, and you will feel so much better after you're done. Okay, let's lock in. Again. Nose is itchy. Alright. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates. Woo! That deserves a round of applause. With perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. Why does he always say that? I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow! Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori!
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery. Soft voice, yeah, that's a stretch, but aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. Her favorite word, right? Or whatever she said. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Now let me applaud.
Even LLoyd liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Throat's gonna die, dude.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay!
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before LLoyd. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let LLoyd lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki!
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today.
I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway.
Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that you'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Excuse me, oh my goodness. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if it's giving life to the poem. Excuse me. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. Good stuff, Natsuki. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of the other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki! I think it would be the other way around for me!
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait!
I can do this.
Alright.
I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go?
Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep!
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
Sorry, bro, my throat is dying at this point. Must be a little nice, though.
Well,
How am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, LLoyd. You don't have to say it.
Say it, dude. Yeah, I love going home.
whatever. Let's go already.
LLoyd, you're such a chud, dude. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home.
Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
This is making me sad, man. I can't do this again.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Natsuki has to walk home with you. What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
I would still walk home with Sayori.
Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Natsuki?
But she's so cute and fun to be around.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to go really to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, LLoyd. You think about me too much sometimes. Natsuki would deserve it if she wouldn't. So.
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen?
The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time.
Oh man! I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano?
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
Excuse me. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great.
Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious foods.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people?
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name. Mon. I don't get it, bro. Yeah, she doesn't get it. You know why? Because the translation doesn't translate from, whatever language it is to this one. It's lost in translation.
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke that makes no sense in translation.
It literally doesn't.
Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me?
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are.
Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. God, could you make this game any more sad? They could, bro, and it does.
Hey, Sayori.
I wave my hand in front of her face.
You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You could go talk to everyone else.
Everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright, if you say so.
I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
LLoyd! What's up?
Hey, might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Bro, and we know from the side story 1 that Monica knows, like, there's something, Sayori is struggling. And they're close, but I guess this is, like, evil Monica, but she's not evil. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, LLoyd. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No! It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, LLoyd.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, LLoyd. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you?
Ooh, LLoyd, Monica's out here dropping wisdom.
I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try to not to think about it for now.
Alright.
Monica smiles meaningfully. Thank you, Monica, for smiling meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she keeps her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Natsuki? Hey, you? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Her book? Is she gonna talk about her book that I took? Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at me? Or staring at nothing is what it said, not me? What? There isn't that much time, so...
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry or anything.
It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of... Oh, it is. Of manga in her hand.
That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get it started now. I won't make you wait any longer.
Jeez. Is she crying? What? Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you could just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part.
Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is.
LLoyd, you're killing my voice, Brett. I'm out of water. LLoyd, you chud.
I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all.
Let me make sure, actually. Okay. Sayori? Thinking about her?
Yeah, she seems pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Excuse me. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right?
Well, I guess that's true.
I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important.
Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes.
Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious.
Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start.
Natsuki fiddles with the book she's been holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so...
I was not! Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry up and get started already.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, we better find out. We're going Sayori first.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on. I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you?
I'm sorry. This makes me so sad. Oh my gosh.
Probably Yuri.
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, LLoyd.
Sayori, there's something wrong.
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with some of everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori,
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna cry. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the club's classroom, humming to herself. Who should I show my poem to next? Break Natsuki's heart, bruh. Oh man, this is seriously a step backwards. I liked your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things. As long as you're not just trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross.
Okay. Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
No. Gross! It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure that you're not slacking off.
Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away?
That's, it's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here even if I have to put up with you.
Wait, did she say that or did LLoyd? Gah! Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh. Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was just joking.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. Wow, so Yuri's just a loser. Not showing me her poem. Alright. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears. That diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach.
So you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later?
Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we were kind of wrote about the same thing. Did they? Oh, I didn't get to read Yuri's. Oh. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri? What's up, Yuri? You like it? Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. What the heck is your problem? I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Wow!
Hi, LLoyd! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Wait! Bro! Did I screw up? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people?
I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Ha 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 ha! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure.
I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Great job, LLoyd. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive
Oh man, I sounded that out.
their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else failed me, all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall, even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking before I can speak. She responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put that much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that.
Probably a clue, but I'm too stupid to realize what that is.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
True. But if
You find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
welcome, Monica.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, alright? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. You... Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe.
No, LLoyd, in this, bro.
Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right.
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little bit when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? Natsuki, why are you... Oh, Natsuki honestly keeps LLoyd accountable. Because she's right, bro. LLoyd is a chud. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Ooh.
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Yeah, me and Yuri got problems, I guess.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway,
Just quickly glances over that, doesn't even...
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
That's actually hilarious. I'm useless.
No! That's not it at all! You're the most talented person here, you know? And now Natsuki's pouting too.
Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never give Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case, but if I can also be a leader on my own, if I can't be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself.
Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you two. LLoyd, or you, LLoyd.
The one who is truly useless.
Ha ha ha! Don't say that! In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that.
That's...
Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Natsuki looks sad. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. LLoyd may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited for assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. Now, how hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for LLoyd too. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Look at Monica, bro, just standing there smiling, bro, like... Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to LLoyd to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said... I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. LLoyd, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well.
In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. I'm obviously gonna help. Yuri! Sayori, Yuri. So look, when I played it for the first time, I did Natsuki, and you can't do these two, they just get mad and yell, so I'm just go to a Yuri.
Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you...
Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean.
No, I was just saying...
So you'll be helping Yuri then, LLoyd?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful.
That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself?
I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine.
Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Yeah, I know it feels bad.
So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited?
well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit.
Do you feel the same way, LLoyd?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki?
Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why LLoyd picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you.
Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out.
Alright, let's get out of here, then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other.
Yeah.
I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend.
Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. You should give me your phone number.
I think that would be the best way, yes.
Alright then.
Yuri and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
My house?
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you.
I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I'd prefer going to your house.
Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem.
I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean.
I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, LLoyd. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. Chosen me?
You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I wanted to do.
But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression.
Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right?
I didn't realize.
I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me?
Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a while. A long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too.
After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to... Hold on. Ugh! Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell, but until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Oh my gosh, it's Sunday. 'Cause that's my fun day. Alright, I wish it weren't Monday. I don't know how the song goes, but leave me alone. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club earlier the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're a family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her.
Sayori.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where the heck is this music? Thought I broke something. Oh, look at her in her pajamas!
Hi, LLoyd.
The infamous scene, bro. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it?
Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it up for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that?
Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Yuri then?
Yup.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point.
I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So...
Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, LLoyd. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori,
I grab Sayori by the shoulders.
what on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it.
Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, LLoyd. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, LLoyd? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed.
Her voice is turning into Marge Simpson, bruh. This is not...
What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. Yeah, bud, I am. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her?
Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, LLoyd. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ah!
That was more of a laugh, but I kind of made it more of a scream.
That's why I wanted so badly for you two to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, LLoyd. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
I have a pit in my stomach right now, bro. I knew I've already played this before, and I have a pit in my stomach. A tear streaks down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
LLoyd.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
LLoyd.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No! Don't do this to me. Please don't do this, LLoyd.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care.
If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's nothing that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, LLoyd. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. I don't think you get to see the hug unless you... Man, Sayori, I'm so sorry. As she does, so I let her go as well.
The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun, right?
yeah.
How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah.
Sayori wipes her eyes. It's hitting me. It's hitting me, bro. It's hitting me in the feelings. This is the last time I'm ever gonna voice Sayori. This is the last time. I'm crying, bro. God dang it. God dang it, bro. This is the last time. I gave her the most goofy voice, and I've had nothing but fun doing it. And pain, because it's killing my throat, but... Of all days.
This has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't.
Ah! I'm actually... Oh man, dude. Like and subscribe, bruh. No, I'm joking.
If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun.
To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
Alright. It's the last time, bro. Because there's no more side story. Well, hold on. maybe I have to just calm down and think about it. There's Act 4 has Sayori in it. And the last side story might have Sayori in it. So this might not be the last time.
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, I look forward to it.
I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic.
Yuri?
What the heck, bro? I've never seen Yuri in these clothes before. It's actually a weird thing. Thank goodness.
You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
Sayori lives right there, dude. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it.
Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
Yeah, that's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. Have I ever seen his room before? Good God. I'm looking at his room, bruh. 2 pillows! Look, I only use 2 pillows, but I don't let the headboard, be shown. Like, put them together. Who is sleeping like that? Whatever. Also, close the closet door. Why is it cracked? Oh, good lord, dude. Oh my gosh. This room makes me angry. Whatever. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
You couldn't have organized the bookshelves and got rid of the hanger and closed the closet door. Whatever. That's very considerate of you to do.
I know. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there.
I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine.
I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them.
So, should we get started?
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Excuse me. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Oops. Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. Uh-oh. What are you about to pull out, Yuri? Okay, bro. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah, like what?
Let's see. Ambien. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. What? I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that would be really neat. Why are we doing that, though? I mean, wouldn't it be better to just,
Turn off the light? I mean, why are we doing this? For some reason, this part of the game is just, I don't know. Get out of his room.
What's with the wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel the it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top.
Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Harry, what are you trying to do right now? Don't you think that it will be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything.
Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon.
What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to yet?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then, when we fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain, wouldn't that be beautiful? I guess it would. It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, LLoyd. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Alright.
Sitting on the floor, together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of ribbon, red ribbon, to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. From who is it? Who is the one that tells you that Yuri collects pocket knives? Which is her thing, bro. Do you, Yuri? She takes one to school, right? Isn't that what they said? I mean, that could all be fake and false, but that's what they said in one of the things in Act 2. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue.
That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away.
What is it?
You're gonna think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know?
That's how you win any argument, you just say to each their own. But anyways, whatever. If you promise you won't be weirded out,
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. Bear trap. But that's actually not a bear trap because I just paid attention and they mentioned it in some other part. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me?
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. I wonder if it's the knife she uses to... You know, let's not joke. It wasn't really a joke. I was actually curious if it's the same knife. Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out.
Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger.
Ow!
Are you what did you expect to happen? He just starts poking the top of a knife. I'm sure it'll be fine. LLoyd! A bit of a voice thing there. Why did you do that? Yeah, literally, why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. Really? It can cut through skin like it's paper. Why do you know that? Buddy, this is just... oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets.
If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now.
Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth. Oh, what the heck? Okay, bro. Look. Okay, look. Okay, look. This is the thing about Yuri. Is I had no problem with her. She's a little weird. She's more shy. You know, she doesn't really have the most unique voice. This is... I don't know where to go from this, bro. She puts the finger in my mouth and licks the wound. In her mouth. Okay, now this is a situation where it's like, this is weird. And this is to a point where you don't come back from this. Natsuki's baking, nothing really weird happened. I mean, I think she talks about her dad, you know, and her dad is a bad person. And then, yeah, this is insane. This is crazy. This is crazy. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Yuri, what the heck, dude? Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. You weren't thinking, so you sucked the blood off my finger? Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up.
Yuri.
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was trying to help, right? No. You need to leave. Leave. Get out. Leave and don't come back. Leave.
Yuri, I think you're over.
No, LLoyd, you're underreacting. She just sucked the blood off your finger. Is that not...
Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little.
She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? I don't think I could recover from this ever. Ever. She suckled your finger. Alright.
You know what?
This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Never mind. Never mind. LLoyd and Yuri are made for each other. They're made for each other. They're both weird. Huh. Whoa. I really didn't think Yuri was that weird. But this is some next level. This is next level. This just took it from a 3 to a 10 fast.
LLoyd, did you really just do that?
Now we're even.
Could you guys just be normal and kiss? Or, wait, why do we have to suck fingers? Just kiss or something. Take each other's clothes off. Just leave me out of this. Leave me out of it. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Yeah, you did. Just 2 wrongs doesn't make a right. Okay?
I knew that would be a bad idea.
If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil in the air would be extremely heavy right now. Mm. You're so weird, LLoyd. Are we serious? Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain.
It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Oh, that's right.
One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm scared, bro. If it cuts to black, I'm gonna freak out. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too dilated. Oh god, what is she about to do? What is she doing? What is she doing? Jeez, I'm scared. I'm actually, like, this is the scariest part of the whole game. None of the actual horror. This is scary. Being trapped in a room with Yuri.
I want to suck your finger. Let me suck on your finger.
Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room.
Yuri.
Oh. I thought she'd be like, you know, I guess, naked. I don't want to say that, but I was assuming that she was gonna do some crazy stuff. She's not. She could have. Yes. I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm.
Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or something?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Neat. What are you going to write?
Well, in It will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me.
If you say so.
After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the other way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint.
This kind of reminds me of elementary school.
Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know.
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so?
Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy.
I think I feel the same way.
Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Boom!
Sha! Sorry.
Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Your face.
There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away.
I rush out and fetch a small towel. Then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Aww! Aww! It's actually kind of sweet. You know, now I kind of feel bad about freaking out over the finger-sucking thing, even though it is... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can get over that. That's kind of crazy. To see someone's finger bleeding and you put it in your mouth and you lick the blood off. Literally like that.
Here.
I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel.
Is something wrong?
I don't even see the paint. It's hot, bro. How hot is this towel? It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water.
Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I
keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. Hi, Yuri. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. She looks like completely different right here, by the way. She looks insanely different. Does she always look like this? I don't think so. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine.
The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Oh, look, Yuri, we're painting.
That should do it.
I finish filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. Really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then you bring it in the morning. They're having... Alright. Having club day on a Monday? Is that what it's called? It's called club day? What is it called? The festival. Club festival. They're having it on a Monday, not a Friday? I feel like that's like one of those things you end the week on. Whatever. I could do lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Phew.
You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left?
I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. Why, LLoyd? She wasn't gonna make out with you, bro. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe you guys could have sucked each other's fingers in like some weird action thing. I don't know. You do you, bro. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all of her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait.
I kind of say that without thinking.
About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we could do this again. Whatever you want. You can come over or we can go out somewhere.
God, I hate LLoyd so much. Actively torturing Sayori, bruh. Okay, whatever.
I forgot you don't like going out much.
As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully.
Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, LLoyd. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Whoa! Oh, God! Got a little close. You said it was getting close, but sometimes it doesn't actually, move the character. Like I said, they were rolling up her sleeves, but they're still rolled down. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. That just shocked me a little bit. I kind of like that about you.
Well,
how am I supposed to respond? I don't know, bro. This is kind of freaking me out. Back up! But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Stay away.
Hi, LLoyd.
Sayori, just now, we weren't...
It's okay, LLoyd. I just stopped by to say hi.
God. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Sayori don't deserve this, bro. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right?
Of course.
Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Why do we have to play sad music, bro?
Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Don't cry, bro. Don't. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, LLoyd? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, LLoyd. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
No shot that Monica told her to kill herself.
Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away.
I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, LLoyd. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori.
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. LLoyd. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore.
Oh my goodness, this is making me so sad. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own.
You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me?
Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. Sayori, I love you.
Look at that, bro. What happens?
Those are my true feelings. So, there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. Yep, that's as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know I will be both happy. Yep.
LLoyd.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
LLoyd. Is this really okay?
Yeah.
I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her close.
You'll never have to let go of me again.
Oh, man.
I love you, LLoyd. I want to be with you forever.
Good God.
Me too.
Oh, my lord. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori.
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, LLoyd.
Monica.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other.
So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, LLoyd.
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if we get really, really sad, even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that.
Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise.
I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. LLoyd, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now.
Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder.
I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, LLoyd. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But
I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up bring it up with anyone yet.
jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure.
I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks.
Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yes. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice.
What's this?
I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Lloyd? What's wrong?
Nothing.
This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and I let myself in.
Sayori?
She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door.
Sayori? Wake up, dummy.
There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say,
What the?
what the? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now, I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.